You said all right, like you had an intro.
Oh, no, not that I have an intro, that I have a topic that I can spiral.
Okay.
Hello,
everybody, welcome to our show.
It's
Riley's got a topic, and I've got food in my mouth.
it's related to your girlfriend.
Really?
It's blue.
The color?
No. Well,
The person?
it's
my girlfriend?
It's the pelagic zone,
Oh,
otherwise known as the water column or the open ocean.
got me excited for a second.
I'm sorry.
I thought I was just gonna let me talk for blue for like 30 minutes.
No.
I totally could have. I don't know if, how
Yeah, I was gonna
cool
say
they'd be
that,
with
might
that
be,
on
that
the
might
Super
that might be
Show.
a little bit too much person information on the internet.
Probably.
Um,
Knowing me and how I talk.
yes. So, I did a itty bitty little project on a biome of the world known as the pelagic.
Someone's the ocean.
The pelagic is specifically the water column.
What
So
does that mean?
it's so
Oh, look at
Look
that.
at this. Down is up.
so
Up is down.
all of the water
Very
from
amusing,
between
I
the
think.
seafloor to the surface is the water column. So this excludes things like lakes and rivers and tidal ponds and stuff. This is just like beneath this water is water,
Sometimes the only way
or
forward is to
beneath
use
this water is like oceanic crust.
Gotcha. So ocean,
Yes.
like deeper ocean
I think I
parts.
remember it.
Yes. Parts
Use
of the
right stick to
ocean that
aim
go
the
from the
ball
surface
and
to
R1
oceanic crust.
button to fire
This
it.
is what we're talking
Cool.
about. And
Hit blink
you're
ball
probably
handle
familiar
and you'll
with
be
some of
there
the words
before
for
you
it.
say, "I'm
Midnight
here."
zone, twilight zone,
Yeah.
There
sunlight
is marble.
zone.
Quick, pull the chain.
Um,
Get marble.
they have fancy
Leave.
science
Easy,
words.
no? No.
There's
Yeah.
the
No, 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 no.
epipelagic,
No. Now marble has run.
which is
Run.
epi in the
Chase.
same way that epidermis is.
I was gonna say external.
We got the
Great
mesopelagic.
escape.
which
Catch
is
marble.
middle.
We got the bathypelagic.
Like and beyond.
Bathymetry is underwater topography.
That sounds like Bimothy.
Bathymetry.
Formula.
The bathypelagic is the
Look at
midnight
moving.
zone.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
it. It's
Um,
moving.
The abyssopelagic
Abyssal.
is below the midnight zone. It's the abyssal zone. And then in cases where there's like a deep ocean trench, you
Mariana.
yes, you enter what is called the the hadiopelagic, or like a Hades sort of deal.
There's not enough gummy bears in my mouth happening. Right
Okay, or the hadopelagic.
I had a pelagic once. It was gone. No.
And so within the open ocean lives lots and lots of things, like most things.
Like 97% of things.
like a crazy amount of things when you consider how many things live on land.
Yes.
And you're like, what? And you would be like that if you were to be like that.
Yeah. But I know.
Yeah.
I do know things. It's like 90-something%, right?
Let me double check.
Of living things live in the ocean.
What percentage of not of the world is ocean of living things live in the ocean? I'm gonna use the word organisms because that's pretty general. Some live
Well, is that all?
In
Yeah, what
the
else
ocean.
is like algae and bacteria? And
roughly 94% of Earth's
94%.
living species
Okay, so that's
exist in
pretty
the
low.
ocean. That's a wild number.
Does that include humans?
I would imagine. I don't believe we count as an ocean species.
I know, but I meant like considering humans are like the most populous animal in the world.
That's not correct.
Except for when they're not.
Like at all.
I knew that.
So there's okay.
There are like 30 billion sheep in the world.
I was gonna say, so there's 8 billion, very recently 8 billion people.
Yes. Well, very recently, as in like 2022.
That's pretty recently in
It is.
human history.
That's true. Human history is also not very long.
That's true. Lots of things are true.
Lots of things are true.
Oh,
that's what I
there's like 13 million chickens.
do. Wow.
And these are, I don't
Okay, but what if I just said
Mhm.
that as a joke?
Oh, did you?
No. I just forgot what I was talking about.
And there's like
and just said a thing.
And there's
I
like
knew it.
7 ants for every person.
Oh yeah. I thought about bugs immediately, and I was like,
Yeah.
never mind.
And you got to take into account spiders, Georg.
Georg?
Who's eating all the spiders?
All of the spiders?
Okay. Am I really about to teach you spiders, Georg?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Tumblr post about the like every year you eat 8 spiders in your sleep.
It's not enough. We need to eat the rest of them.
And the goofy response that sparked this whole thing was you know, eight spiders in a year is actually a misrepresentation because of spiders Georg, who eats 10,000 spiders a day. This is a statistical outlier and should not be counted.
They just named the person.
They
that
just
doesn't
named him
exist.
Spiders Georg.
That's amazing.
So now
Like Georg or like Georg?
it's George, but you misspell it.
I see, and that's funny because
And so now amongst the interwebs, if you see like a statistic, one of the common jokes is, well, you really waited for them.
I know. I'm sorry. I was wanting to know the cycle, but then I didn't want to know, and I was like, well, it's been there for long enough. It's probably not gonna be back in the next following second, right? I love how there's like.
There.
No.
A common bit within internet statistics is like, actually this statistic is wrong. There's like a car wreck Georg who gets into 10,000 car wrecks a day.
There's a statistical outlier should not be counted.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I love.
It became like a copyright.
Yes, I love Georg. He does so much for the world.
It's a good family. That family name.
The household name. I've run out of the internet meme rabbit hole, so I'm going back to Pelagic Zone.
Yeah.
So I would say the most interesting thing to me about the Pelagic Zone, other than it's 94% of Earth's living species are there.
Yeah.
Or they're adjacent.
Yeah.
Which is Ravonculiodingus.
Ravonculiodingus. Well, I mean, there's also like, what is the most populous?
Like population density of things in the Earth.
No, what is the most populous aquatic species? Because I want to know, like, 'cause I think another thing is that the ocean has by far like the most amount of different types of creatures in it. Which is, I mean, percentage-wise, yes, it obviously would, but it is like ridiculous how many species of things there are in the ocean that we don't even know of.
So are you asking like just like of all the species, which one has the highest population?
Of all the aquatic species, which has the highest population?
Let me be a little more specific though. Then, what aquatic species has the highest population? Interesting. Okay. First, I will give the general answer. Which Wikipedia doesn't. It's really tough to do full species counts, so they just divide it into domains. Not domains, or phylums. Insects are the most populous. 10 quintillion, roughly.
Wow.
Insects.
But 7 billion people, that's like more.
Yeah. Second place was fish. It's like 3.5 trillion. Most.
That is a ridiculous small number.
Yes. Yeah, to be second place, it's a big jump. Most. Okay. Let me see. I found an answer, but then I realized that it was from Britannica, and I don't trust them.
Okay.
Britannica said bristlemouths.
Said what?
Bristlemouths or light fishes, and I'm going to look both of those up.
Oh, well, what did Britannica say that made you not trust them ever?
I don't know. It feels like, oh god, why does it have to be these? Gonostomidae are a family of mesopelagic marine fish, commonly named bristlemouths, lightfishes, or angelmouths.
Interesting.
It is a relatively small family, containing only 8 known genera and 32 species. However, bristlemouths make up for their lack of diversity with relative abundance, numbering in the hundreds of trillions to quadrillions.
Wow.
The genus Cyclothone, with 13 species, is thought to be one of the most abundant vertebrate genera in the world. And they're terrifying looking.
I don't know about terrifying.
I don't know. It's like everything is spiky.
Barracuda.
Maybe. It's like everything is spiky. And it's a fish.
It's a lot of fish.
Here's the real.
Wow.
This is what they look like in the real life. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
What's it called?
Caught in a landslide.
And then
No escape from reality.
more organs. And he's got a torso.
Oh,
Look at that.
we're building.
We're building Todd.
Yeah.
Toggle. Or just, Todd.
I mean, we're building Todd. Oh, you've been to my house. You know that I
I've been to
have.
your house.
You know that
I know that you have one cat.
You know that I have a paper mache giant squid.
I do
It
not
sits
know
on my,
that.
it sits on my windowsill.
Huh.
It's been there the whole time.
Wow.
I have a paper mache giant squid. It's about 3 feet long,
That's crazy.
and it's
Crazy.
roughly the size of a 2-liter soda bottle because that's what the structure is that we put the paper mache around.
Oh. That would be wild.
Um,
I've eaten this whole bag, and it's not enough. Of gummy bears.
Mechanical
Your
beast,
addiction is
so much
crazy.
easier to understand
this is
than
all
real
that's left.
beast.
Blue's
But
addicted
must
to
still
4
be
things. You're
treated
addicted to
with great
gummies.
respect.
And
Remember that when fetching
Pickles.
marble.
no. Yeah, no, I think that might be the one. I swear there was another one. I can't think of it though.
Whenever
In
we go to the
past
store,
days, creating great
or my dad
engines was like
goes and
breathing to
gets
paper
stuff,
mache.
right?
Servings per container.
Today, without
14
marble,
grams of sugar
not
per
so
serving.
easy. Please get
6
marble.
times 14.
Can I save you from another piece of a serving?
No.
Okay. I'm only allowed 1 gummy bear.
What is 14 times 6?
Take
Well,
journey
60,
through heaving
and then
mechanical beast and
24,
find marble. Then
84
the
grams of
awakened
sugar.
Toggle send the Newton
I'm
back
eating.
to scary
That's
marble.
okay. That's fine. That's a reasonable amount. And also probably some amount of dead horse. What with the gelatin.
Mechanical beast, so much easier to understand than real beast, but must
Mechanical
still be
beast.
treated with great respect. Remember that
much
when
easier.
fetching marble.
I think enough dead horse to like get Glock excited. Or no? I don't know. Maybe.
In pot,
I think they'd be sad. That horse can no longer be inseminated.
That's true. Not by their forces, no matter how hard they try. Was the definition of insemination just semen being in or pregnancy?
I would imagine they mean pregnancy,
Okay.
but I think the word is like
Insemination
just-
is the insertion of semen
Yes.
into the vaginal cavity.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Um,
For the stuff I want, or
the
gummy
marble
bears.
is way up in
Sorry.
great
and the
rock
artificial
space.
part of artificial
80
horse insemination
special
means that it's not a horse doing the inseminating.
Yes.
Not that that the horse semen is artificial.
Yes, I know. I understood that. I think 84 grams of sugar was not
I
enough.
think that the idea that there would be fake horse cum is funny though.
But all I
Yeah,
brought was a
artificial
hanging basket.
horse semen. For those curious, but not that curious. Glock just puts it in puts it into the male horse so that when you fuck the horse, it's not actual horse semen. It's just like a placebo. That's not the right word. A substitute. It's non-dairy.
Attach it to lines like this using the R1 button and the
fuck are you
left
talking
stick to
about?
control your direction.
I don't know.
Oh,
wow.
sorry. So you can say R1 and left stick
I was
now,
literally
but
just
you
about to
can't
say that.
action button?
Yeah, action button has to be X, but you can say R1 even if you can change the whatever that button it would actually be.
I'm glad we were
Lines can
both
even
upset.
move between layers like this.
I'm glad we
Just
both
keep
only
holding the
realize
R1
now.
button
I'm
and don't
totally
forget
gonna realize
you
it
can
in the first
still
episode.
jump while attached to a line. Just press
No.
quickly now. On
Wow,
to the rocket
the
before it
audio
leaves
is
you
like
behind.
adapted
We
to
need
like
that
where
marble
he's
to
in reference
awaken
to
the
oh, there he
dog.
goes. If we need to look at
I like the way he
what
said,
was that?
I like the way he said quickly. It was just an interesting accent he has.
Yeah.
Shit. I lost the pelagic. We're talking about other things. We're talking about Horsecombe.
I've been talking about Horsecombe.
Horsecombe has to stop after I leave.
Yeah, we need to stop talking about Glock and their history of two things ever. That is one of the bits of this trip. When Glock and the other company that does two things. I remember which one.
General Electric.
General Electric.
Siemens also does two things.
Siemens?
Yeah. They do military industrial complex things and also make windmills.
I thought you meant like
No, there's a company called
does
Siemens.
two things. God, I love this level so
One
much.
of the things CUM does is the military industrial complex.
Okay. We're on a mechanical dragon.
Oh.
And it's flying.
And it has hair.
Yeah, artificial hair. You know, maybe it's not actually a robot, but it's just artificial in the way that it was made with artificial semen. That would be crazy. Would it work? Is there creatable artificial semen for any sort of creature that would actually work with pregnation and create a child? That wouldn't be like horribly.
Well, I mean, we can do things like anti-venom, which is similar.
I don't see how that's similar at all.
Well, like you put the venom into an animal that can take it, and they produce antibodies, and when we turn their antibodies into a thing that works for us. So like we're synthesizing a thing that functions for us.
But I feel like impregnation is a very different.
It is. It's just it's just a time that we made something that works for us that wasn't.
Oh, the audio. Oh, the audio.
Oh, I farted.
Hold on a second. It's gonna go dark for a second. And we're back. Yeah. No, I mean, like I agree with the problem. Fuck.
I have two main holes, and they both release gas.
You quit it.
Unfortunately. No. I would love to. It'd make me so happy.
Would it?
Fun fact. I mean, you know this level, obviously.
Yes.
When you just, like, jumped forward, wouldn't have seen that. I would have just sat on the other side forever. Like, where you were in the background, I would not have realized that you could jump forward. I would have
Oh, no, that was an automatic thing.
That was an automatic?
It just did that.
Okay. If it hadn't been automatic, I would have just sat there
Because the
forever.
blue ones with the dark gray,
Mhm.
you have to, like, activate.
Okay.
I don't know what it wants me to do here.
What I want to do is you were compressed.
Yeah, okay. You've had your crack, and I've had mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have enough. I'm down on funds. The sour ones make me want to stop eating them eventually, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Because I want to go out right now and buy a second bag of 84 grams of sugar.
Why would you buy them when you possess them?
I don't have another bag of those gummy bears.
Oh no.
I've got bags of the other gummy bears, which the whole bag of each of those is only 18 grams of sugar.
You died.
So therefore not enough.
Oh, she died.
Oh, she died. What? Touching the
That
fire.
was bullshit.
Is it because it's saying that the metal is heated up? I want to actually try just landing on it. Yeah, okay.
Probably. I guess the whole object
Enough to
is just, yeah.
disintegrate me?
Well,
saying that the metal around it is so hot that I would die instantly. Like I would get burned terribly, and it would like an incident
whoa.
that everyone who had seen me from that point on would immediately know about due to the intensive scarring.
Yeah.
But I wanted to survive it.
Oh, that was a teleport. I didn't realize that was a teleporter.
You would have paid more attention.
The great thing about this series is that I don't from that play.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so.
Oh my god. Whoa.
This game is so much fun. Don't you see?
Yeah.
Like, right?
When I open my eyes and I see the world for what it is.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't need to make that sound, but I did. So, just like know that I didn't need to make that sound.
Well.
I mean, well.
Why
did it do it once? It didn't do it in the past. Is it two? Is it two and then the other? Or is it just every other?
Yeah.
Every other. Done. Back. Okay, that one. That one.
That one.
That one.
That one.
Okay. So I should have two. No, I do not. There's a second one of those. What in the fuck? It's just an inconsistent. It's random. It's RNG. Except it probably is like a set of just like 16 things.
I'm gonna guess it's.
No, I can't make that.
I'm gonna get. Well. It's too late now.
I never make that jump.
I'm gonna guess it's one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, two on the right, and then it just repeats.
Maybe.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, two on the left. Holy shit. Maybe it is just random, one or two.
I think it's just like a set list of like 20 interactions. Some it feels impossible to guess.
Yeah. I love their use
Because
of
humans can like
recognize
know,
the pattern pretty quick.
Huh?
We're great at pattern recognition.
What'd you say?
Recognize the pattern pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
We're great at pattern recognition, as I am
Yeah.
want to share.
But what I was gonna say is that as it is known, humans can like only properly encode like 7 pieces of information at a time,
Oh.
like into their memory.
Gotcha. Yes.
Or into their short-term memory specifically. So if you showed someone like a list of 20 things, on average, like if you give them like 30 seconds to remember them, on average, any human would remember 7 of the things on the list, on average. It always feels like it's got to be more than that, but then you try it and you're like, I don't remember.
Here's a question for you.
But hold on.
Okay.
The other interesting thing is the things that they will remember will probably be the first couple things or the last.
That is
things.
exactly what I was about to ask.
Yes, the
But
primacy.
that is the more interesting thing to me.
The primacy recency effect, or the what the fuck is the actual like name for it?
Front and back.
No, the serial position effect, where within the memory of a human, things that are at the beginning and end of anything that we are trying to remember will be remembered much more than anything in the middle. Just because. I don't know exactly why. I think it's just like attention spans and how like when you're listening to something, especially like you can read like 10 pages of a book and because you had to put effort into starting reading the book, you remember what you read at the beginning of you reading the book. Then you go into the flow, and then you, like, that's the part you don't remember. And then you, as you were getting out of the flow, and you decided to stop, is what you also remember. Also because it was literally the most recent thing that happened. It's easier to remember.
Okay. I have a new question.
Yes.
Is that Let me see if I can phrase my
My
question
AP
good.
study class is very fascinating. I've
Okay.
been enjoying it a lot, but it's a lot more note taking and a lot less anything else
Mm-hmm.
than I would have liked. But that's okay. It's been fun anyway, and we do some experiments,
Mhm.
but like there could be way more. That would make me happy.
I have experienced
Mm-hmm.
that anytime I'm doing something
Yeah.
for a long time,
Yes.
I remember the start and the end. I don't remember most of during something. I remember much more of the like transitions between things.
Well, that's when your brain is putting effort into encoding stuff because you're doing things with the thing that you're doing. Does that make sense?
Maybe. So is my question was is the first and last thing just a symptom of I'm
the
changing
human experience.
I'm changing a thing I'm doing from one thing to another thing.
That's what I think it is. That's what I was
Okay.
trying to say. Pretty
Okay.
much.
I really and this happens a lot in medicine too, with just like the difference between the symptom and the cause. Because we're very likely to notice a symptom because it's happening.
Yes.
And sometimes quite unlikely to notice the cause or to correctly identify the cause. So we tend to be like high focus on I noticed that like treating symptoms, like kind of like a band-aid instead of like, I mean, I realize we don't have the technology to just like mend your skin back together.
Well, to figure out like that's a bad example.
It is.
Like,
because your skin mends itself.
Like, you get bruises really easily,
Mm-hmm.
and you just like, okay, I have this bruise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like put an ice pack on it or whatever, or just, what I usually just fucking ignore it. But you're usually not gonna like search out for why you bruise so easily. You're probably just gonna be like, yeah, I bruise easily.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a better example.
Like, you get really bad nosebleeds.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you're just like, oh yeah, I get really bad nosebleeds,
Mm-hmm.
and you have like the tissues and the medical wipes
Mm-hmm.
and the other stuff, but so you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
But you don't know why you have all those nosebleeds.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't go looking out to why you have the nosebleeds.
Yeah, you wouldn't go
Which
to.
is why people die of blood clots, because that is a blood disorder thing.
Oh,
Yep.
my thought train has left
I'm
without
a little
me.
bit familiar with that
What
since
was I
my
saying?
mom had a pulmonary embolism
Shit.
and was on blood thinners.
What's that one?
It's a blood clot that forms most of the time in your leg and moves into your lung.
That's right. Pulmonary meaning.
Yes. Embolism meaning embolism.
Yeah, meaning issue. It's Todd!
Oh my god, it's a potato.
It's Todd!
It's a oh.
Want to see small Todd?
He looks like what just happened?
Hey, speak of the
What's
doctor.
I'm gonna
the
keep calling him Todd.
You
Sorry for all the
look
big
same
Little
as
Big Planet 3 fans out there. His name's Todd now.
what's the fucking
And then there's Tiny Todd.
Look
at him.
Still, huh?
So that's his gimmick, is that he has two modes.
I go big and
Really,
small.
really heavy, really light, and really big, really small.
I like it. So are you about to do like a tutorial level?
Well, yes, but it's gonna show like
Oh.
this is like the Skylanders trailer.
Yeah, it is.
Tiny Todd's thing is that he can do fast challenges and he can fit through tiny spaces. And Big Todd's thing is that he can break things. Like, he's strong and he's thick, so anything under him is not anymore.
Yeah. He just waddling.
He's a waddler.
He like a penguin.
There we have excellent digging.
God, fucking there would be such a wonderful way to introduce like the Sackboy, Little Big Planet 3 characters in Smash Brothers?
No problem for mighty Toggle. Ha!
I don't.
We see you back in Ziggurat.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it should be. Like Sackboy should be in Smash. And their arsenal of which is up. There's so many things. Dash attack, odd sock,
Change form
down
with the L
down
bar
air,
button.
Todd.
Change back with the
You know
L
what I
bar
would
button.
think is
He's
really
called
interesting?
Toggle for good reason.
What if
He jumps super
the next Smash game is the 3D?
Whoa. That would be crazy and so many people would be upset.
I know.
Very useful for fitting in small spaces.
But like,
yes?
what else is there to do? You've already added every character.
Not all of them, not Sackboy. And
Not Waluigi.
and Rayman, and definitely Waluigi, and I guess Bandana Waddle Dee.
Every character.
Kirby
has
needs
been-
more representation. Legend of Zelda needs more representation. Zelda much more. So
This is just a song.
yes, this is just a song,
Okay.
but this is classical music and it is not copyrighted.
Well, yes, but this is like just a song.
It's Waltz of something or other by the guy who made it. Glad I could clear it up for you.
Thank you.
From. Can I pick that up next time?
No.
He's so heavy.
Oh, you like music.
Yes, I do.
Have we talked about Scott Joplin on the show?
Scott Joplin.
Yeah.
It rings a bell.
It should. You familiar with the rag song, The Entertainer?
Oh, yes, that's Scott Joplin.
That-
the
that-
guy that made all those ragtime.
Ragtime ditties.
Yes, isn't there one that's like the Ballad of the Sweet Potato?
He did do a lot of plants.
Yes. Just like,
Pineapple Rag is pretty good.
yes, that's the one that I know.
Entertainer is the one.
Yeah, I mean, so there was a day where people were like showing off songs that they liked
Mm.
in my music production class, which is where I made the songs for my new album that's gonna come out eventually.
Oh, nice. And
Just like generally speaking.
Mhm.
Fucking hell. On that day, Pineapple Rag was one of the choices for one of the people there.
Ooh, nice. I agree with them.
Yes.
I am an enjoyer of Pineapple Rag.
Like that.
I might have told you about this. I don't know if we did it on the show.
That could be so satisfying.
Did I tell you why lots of those songs are named after plants?
Yeah, I believe you did.
Was it on the
And
show?
I don't know, but it wasn't like a race thing.
Yes.
Because
So
most songs at that time had like the names of them had to do with race.
well, okay.
And he was like not doing that.
No.
Or was it?
So okay. So Scott Joplin was black.
Yes.
In a time when being black in the U.S. was not safe.
I mean,
Still,
to
still
say that now,
in a less safe.
then it is.
The public opinion was even less good.
Yeah.
Now
it's more the
now
the
it's
minority
yes.
that would still do terrible things.
Yes. It was like real bad.
Yes.
And one of
It's
the
always been
and
quite
so, as I believe is the case now still, the people who write the songs and the music and perform them are like completely disconnected from the people making album covers.
Yes, that's true. That's also true for like books.
Yes.
Like anyone who's ever written a book, the
Yeah.
cover of the book is always not well. Most usually, unless you self-publish,
Yes, like
is
indie
chosen
stuff.
by
Yeah.
someone else
hmm
or drawn by someone else. You have no
And
choice.
so
It just kind of comes out that way.
Scott Joplin,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So most album covers of music at that time,
if it
were
was
very,
performed by black people or
Like-
written by black people, included like racist caricatures if it had a name like
ter-
The Entertainer.
terribly racist.
Yes.
But if they have a name like Pineapple Rag,
and
like,
that's
it's gonna
all
be
the artist,
Pineapple.
and yeah,
That's all they know about the song
is they know the artist and the name of the song,
Yeah.
and they get to draw a thing.
I do remember this conversation. And
Yeah.
It is a smart solution.
It is a very smart solution.
Like, don't give them any material.
Yes. I'm gonna look up the original.
So Small Todd can walk on water.
That's wonderful.
I didn't know he was the reincarnation of Christ. But you know, like looking at him, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find like.
Oh, there is momentous there. That makes me so happy. But Big Todd sinks, obviously. But if you switch to Tiny Todd, you can jump over things. Oh, Todd is so satisfying.
I can't see everything that I can't understand everything that this person drew. But what's very obvious from this picture is
Wow.
yeah.
Yikes.
We won't put the picture up.
We
I don't
will not
think.
be putting this picture up.
They drew him with like just
It is a African American, very terrible racist caricature.
what's
Of
I'm trying to think of an example.
blackface.
That's a good one. It's a good example.
That's one of the greats.
Um,
No, I know what you mean.
just like over exaggeration of facial features.
Yes, that is one of the big terrible ones.
Yes.
Like, this music makes me so joyful. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good. Let me see. Oh yeah. 'Cause this was in the days of the player piano.
Oh, the fucking. Have I shown you that video?
Have you?
Maybe. I might have sent it to you.
He's clamming on
No.
the whamsa clapper.
The whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Hit it, Joe.
Yes. Yeah. That is not a player piano.
No, I know, but it's
It's
I
funny.
used to know what the fuck it was called, but me and Meg went on a deep dive
Whammy clavinet.
on that thing that he played,
Mhm.
and we found it by literally looking up the name of the TV show that was in like the main part of the TikTok, and just Joe. And then we found like whatever his last name was, but Joe whatever,
Mhm.
and a video of him playing it like in modern day,
Mhm.
like I think just a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
on YouTube. And he's still just as wonderful.
That's great.
Which is such an amazing thing.
So you know what a player piano is.
I just know. Okay, not exactly, but
Okay.
the thing I know about whatever the fuck Joe, the whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
whatever Joe was playing,
Mhm.
when he hit it, as hard as anyone ever has,
Mhm. He vectored that thing.
Yes, he did vector it. All I know is that the name of the instrument ends with phone.
That makes sense.
Like a lot of other instruments do.
Yeah.
But that's like the one thing I
It's a
know.
something phone.
Yes, I don't remember
Or
about that.
explore ziggurat as
Player
Stockholm.
pianos
I mind.
are similar to regular pianos in that there is a person who needs to do some controlling of the mechanism.
Yes.
But the keys are not pressed by the person. There's a little automated machine in the middle that plays
Like a music box.
Oh,
Where there's like
they've got a roll.
roll of pegs, and it goes through the thing and it plays the keys.
Kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
It's
That was part of the whatever
okay.
whatchamacallit a phone.
Yeah. So that's pretty much a
So
player piano.
I've seen it. I
It's-
know what you mean.
Yeah. It's like those little
It's like a piano DJ.
you spin a little metal thing and it goes ting 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 ting. Little metal
Yeah.
tongs. It's
The
like one of
mu-
those, but a piano.
Music box even.
Sure.
Oh, a kalimba.
Might be.
I own one.
Okay.
I could show it to you.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Um,
It's a song that the Duck in Unforgiven Unknown Pond by Sally Fish made. They made a song called Duck something, and it featured mainly a kalimba, and it made my ears feel nice.
Sally Fish, like
Sally Mondo
And who is this?
who?
from Beck's server.
Oh yes,
I
Sally
believe-
Fish. Yeah,
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 yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know. Yeah. Are they still in Soup Kitchen?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool.
They made a comment on a Super Show video like a month ago.
Whoa.
And then I watched one of their videos, because they just went back to releasing YouTube videos recently.
Yeah.
And I like made a comment or two, and they were like, "Hey, I remember you."
Are they doing shorts?
Still? They mainly do that, but they made like a couple like non-short Overwatch videos with the new like characters released.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. All right, next fucking area boss.
Whoa.
This game's going by real quick.
When is this picture from? There's a picture my mom sent to our group chat.
Whoa.
I believe it's an Atari.
That is like 1 quintillionth of the wires going on in this room
Yes.
with our setup.
Oh,
It's this boss.
Yeah. So on that screen,
I've got to customize.
That was in the picture.
I've got to cut. Are you gonna let me customize, bro? What the fuck?
In that picture was my mom's favorite video game, Pitfall,
Really?
which is like a really old Atari game.
Wait, okay, hold on. I'm trying to. Hold on, I'm gonna return a map so I can customize. Also, so that we can end the episode.
Oh my god.
Why did it need to shake so much?
Does it normally vibrate?
No, my controller just was like. I think because I was still in the thing and I was still dying, but I also left at the same time. I died like 7 times.
I can't move it anymore.
That's crazy.
Boing. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah. Goodbye. No, I didn't want to go there.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Oh.